This is a very deep wound created by a covert narcissist. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's really important for anyone who's dealt with narcissistic abuse or toxic relationships: core wounds. These are the painful experiences that change how you see yourself and can deeply impact every aspect of your life. Instead of seeing your true self, you start to define yourself through the lens of these wounds. They become the template for how you enter relationships and live your life. When these wounds come from trauma or narcissistic parents, they shape your friendships, self-worth, and ability to reach your goals. In today's video, I want to uncover 5 core wounds that covert narcissists instill in their victims. These wounds are not who you truly are, but they can cause ongoing suffering even after the narcissist is out of your life. Narcissists thrive when their targets are struggling, and breaking free from these wounds is crucial for your healing. So, let's start peeling back these layers and work on breaking free from the core wounds that narcissists want you to believe define you. It's time to reclaim your true self and stop suffering from the scars they left behind. Alright, let's jump into those core wounds that they love to inflict and make you identify with. Number 1. The blame game. The first hallmark of dealing with a covert narcissist is the insidious belief that everything is your fault. Whether the narcissist in question is a parent or a romantic partner, they possess an uncanny ability to shirk accountability for their actions. Coupled with their adept manipulation skills, they can effortlessly twist conversations to leave you questioning your own reality. Imagine this scenario: you confront the covert narcissist about their wrongdoing, fully expecting them to acknowledge their fault. Instead, as the conversation unfolds, you find yourself on the defensive, apologizing for things you didn't do or feeling utterly bewildered by the exchange. Their masterful manipulation leaves you grappling with a sense of confusion, unable to piece together the fragments of the encounter. Internalizing the belief that everything is your fault warps your perception of relationships, leading to a skewed power dynamic where you shoulder the burden of responsibility single-handedly. Despite the narcissist's glaring flaws and abusive behavior, you find yourself striving endlessly to please them, convinced that your efforts are the key to their happiness. Number 2. Sacrificial self-perception. The next core wound is a fusion of 2 damaging beliefs. It's my responsibility to make you happy, and I don't matter. This toxic mindset fosters an all-or-nothing dynamic, where your sole purpose becomes catering to the needs of others while neglecting your own well-being. Imagine internalizing the idea that your happiness hinges solely on your ability to fulfill the desires of others. Meanwhile, you diminish your own importance, relegating your needs and desires to the back burner. This skewed perspective often arises from the narcissist's conditioning, where they only dole out praise or positive reinforcement when you're actively serving their interests. In this twisted dynamic, any semblance of self-care or self-focus is met with punishment or disdain, further reinforcing the belief that your worth is contingent upon your ability to cater to others. The subconscious mind latches onto the notion that sacrificing your own needs in favor of appeasing the narcissist is the key to validation and acknowledgement. Tragically, this self-sacrificial mentality sabotages the potential for healthy relationships. Individuals who value their own worth seek partners who reciprocate that sentiment. Yet, by embodying the belief that I don't matter, you inadvertently attract relationships that perpetuate this destructive cycle, namely, relationships with narcissists who thrive on asserting their superiority over others. Number 3. Perceived threat to authenticity. The third core wound is the insidious belief that I'm not safe to be me. Covert narcissists excel at subtly undermining your sense of self, never overtly forbidding you from being authentic, but instead instilling a sense of trepidation whenever you express your true self. Picture this: you're happily embracing your authentic self, pursuing activities that bring you joy. Suddenly, the narcissist's demeanor shifts. They give you the silent treatment, shoot you a disapproving glance, or outright criticize your actions. Over time, this pattern conditions your subconscious to associate being yourself with negative consequences. This belief morphs into a blend of "I'm not safe" and "something bad will happen," perpetuating a pervasive sense of unease. Despite the absence of physical danger, your nervous system instinctively reacts, triggering fight, flight, freeze, or fawn responses. The mere act of being yourself becomes synonymous with impending harm. Narcissists weaponize this core wound to stifle your personal growth and hinder your authenticity. Unpacking this fear reveals a dread of emotional punishment, anticipating rejection, silent treatment, or verbal abuse. This amalgamated core wound breeds paralysis, inhibiting you from embracing new experiences or expressing your true essence. For many, this subconscious conditioning imprisons them for years, even decades, stifling their potential and hindering their ability to lead fulfilling lives. Only by dismantling this core wound can individuals liberate themselves from its suffocating grip and reclaim their autonomy and authenticity. Number 4. Persistent self-doubt. The fourth core wound is a fusion of two debilitating beliefs. There's something wrong with me. Under the suffocating grip of narcissistic abuse, self-doubt becomes the norm. No matter how earnestly you strive to please the narcissist, their insatiable demands and shifting goalposts ensure you always fall short. Imagine this scenario. Within the family or relationship dynamic, the covert abuser displays a stark contrast in behavior. While they may lavish others with kindness and praise, you find yourself subjected to criticism and neglect. This stark contrast exacerbates your self-doubt, fostering the belief that there must be something inherently flawed within you. Covert narcissists thrive on this internalized self-criticism, manipulating you into believing that you are the source of the problem. They don't need to maintain a consistent facade of kindness towards everyone. As long as they have a scapegoat to absorb their negativity, they can preserve their image with others. This toxic blend of self-doubt and resignation, "I can never heal, it's just too hard," ensnares you in a perpetual cycle of despair. Despite your earnest efforts to heal, the intertwined nature of these core beliefs perpetuates a sense of hopelessness, making the journey to recovery seem insurmountable. Breaking free from this cycle requires unraveling the intricate web of self-doubt and embracing the possibility of healing. While the path to recovery may be arduous, it is not insurmountable. With the right support and tools, individuals can dismantle these destructive beliefs and reclaim their sense of self-worth and agency. Number 5. Burdened by shame. The final core wound I'll address is encapsulated in the belief, "I am bad." While it's natural for individuals to make mistakes or exhibit undesirable behaviors at times, covert narcissistic abuse often distorts these lapses into a pervasive sense of self-condemnation. In the crucible of a relationship with a covert narcissist, the narrative shifts from "I messed up" to a damning indictment of one's character. You are bad. This insidious belief takes root, festering into a profound sense of shame, the emotional equivalent of leaden chains dragging one's spirit into the depths. Shame is an immobilizing force, robbing individuals of their vitality and agency. It suffocates any semblance of self-esteem, leaving behind a hollow husk devoid of hope or initiative. Trapped in the quagmire of shame, individuals find themselves tethered to a stagnant existence, bereft of the energy or will to effect change. Yet, despite its crushing weight, shame is not insurmountable. Through compassionate self-examination and therapeutic support, individuals can begin to untangle themselves from the suffocating grip of shame, reclaiming their inherent worth and capacity for growth. While the journey may be arduous, the possibility of liberation from shame's shackles offers a glimmer of hope amidst the darkness. So, those are the 5 main wounds caused by narcissistic abuse. And guess what? Narcissists would love nothing more than for you to fully believe in all 5 and just stay stuck in that negative cycle. But healing means upgrading those beliefs. It's about fixing the damage they cause to your self-image. It's about rediscovering who you really are, but let's be real, it's not a quick fix. Most of us have spent years feeling like these beliefs are just who we are. They feel so true because they've been ingrained in us for so long. But you can start to change that. You can peel back those layers and find your true self underneath. I get it, it might feel like your real self never got to exist, or it was crushed by all the trauma. But here's the thing, your authentic self is still there, buried under all those layers, and we can dig it out. Here are a couple of things that might help you get started. The first step towards healing involves cultivating a compassionate inner dialogue. Our internal monologue plays a pivotal role in perpetuating negative core beliefs, reinforcing the damaging narratives instilled by past experiences. Take heed of how you speak to yourself in moments of vulnerability or self-doubt. If your inner voice echoes the harsh criticisms of past abusers, "You're stupid, you're worthless, you're a failure," you risk entrenching yourself further in the belief that "I am bad." To initiate change, begin by observing the patterns of your inner dialogue. Recognize when these core wounds manifest in your thoughts and challenge them with kindness and understanding. Counteract self-condemnation with affirmations of self-worth and acceptance. Imagine how a nurturing parent or partner would speak to you in times of distress, gentle, supportive, and reassuring. Embrace this compassionate tone as you converse with yourself, gradually replacing the vitriolic messages of the past with words of empathy and encouragement. By fostering a culture of self-compassion within your internal dialogue, you pave the way for healing and transformation, dismantling the foundations of negative core beliefs and nurturing a sense of self-worth and resilience. That's it for today's video. I hope delving into these core wounds caused by narcissistic abuse sheds some light on the challenges many of us face in our healing journeys. Remember, while these wounds may feel deeply ingrained, they don't define who you are. You have the power to reclaim your sense of self and rewrite your story. If you found this video helpful or insightful, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us reach more people who may benefit from this content, and it means the world to us. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences, so be sure to leave a comment below. Have you struggled with any of these core wounds? How have you worked to overcome them? Your insights could inspire others on their healing paths. And don't forget to share this video with anyone you think might find it useful. Together, we can create a community of support and empowerment for survivors of narcissistic abuse. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care of yourself and remember, you are worthy of love, respect, and healing.